Milwaukee Bucks home season began on a winning note with a 119-103 victory over the Boston Celtics. The game was one of 31 home wins, which, coupled with 24 road successes, gave the Bucks a 55-27 record. The Bucks won their third straight divisional title and their second straight Central Loop crown. They completed the season with a 13-game lead over the second-place Atlanta Hawks. Sidney Moncrief and Bob Lanier were named the mid-season NBA All-Star East squad, while Moncrief led the club in points, rebounds, and assists. For Lanier, it was a healthy season. The senior member of the Bucks played in 74 games, the most since the 74-75 season. His knees held up, and he averaged over 26 minutes per game in his 12th NBA season. How has he seen the NBA change?
Obvious difference is probably the great height in people. Got bigger people that are much quicker than we first came in. About my first 5 or 6 years, it was more pattern-type offense. You had more plotting-type centers at the time, and you had 2 bigger people. Then after about 5 years, came in with small forwards and little guards, little penetrating guards, which upped the tempo of the game.
And what part do the fans play?
I don't think that you can measure that. It's like the last game we played with Q and Junior out, and the fans kind of just rose to the occasion to give us that extra spiritual lift. I mean, they were clapping and up on every play, and you can't measure that in terms of importance. It's immeasurable. It's something that you have to have, and with that and a little bit of luck, you can do a lot of things in this league.
The Milwaukee Bucks fans are always part of the action at Bucks games. Whether it's in the stands cheering their support or on the floor shooting for prizes, the fans themselves are part of the Bucks scene.
It's more fun being there live. The excitement, the crowd.
I think they're fun. They're exciting.
And when the team gets going, the crowd gets going.
I really get into the game.
Because the Bucks are the best in the world.
The season was an exciting one, spiced by a 12-game winning streak in February and a triple overtime defeat in San Antonio on March 6, 1982. Brian Winters scored 42 points for the Bucks in a classic Winters shooting performance. That sharp shooting displayed by Brian Winters doesn't come easy. How does he practice his outside shot? Let's find out.
Well, I usually like to start close to the basket when I first come out to shoot and go around in little semicircles and move out. And then I also practice particular shots that I will get in the game. And I don't like to practice shots that I normally don't take much. I practice a lot of corner shots, a lot of shots right on the elbows, which is just off the free throw line on either side. And I do practice some three-point shots, not from any particular spot, but just to get more or less the range down and how far I have to shoot the ball to make it. And other than that, not much of anything else. When I do practice, I also practice my form, and I don't just don't go out there and shoot shots just to shoot them.
It was Don Nelson's 5th full season as the head coach, and he guided the Bucks to their 4th playoff appearance in 5 campaigns. A nagging injury to Junior Bridgman, which turned out to be a small broken bone in his foot, sidelined him for over half the season and the playoffs. In March, the injury hex struck deeper at the Bucks' title hopes when Quinn Buckner snapped a ligament in his thumb in a game in Phoenix. Captain Quinn was out for the remainder of the season and the playoffs. That March 26th one-point loss turned out to be the last game that Quinn Buckner would play in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform. Without Buckner and Bridgman, the Bucks won 8 of their final 12 games to build their bulge over Atlanta, gain a bye in the first round of the playoffs, and begin preparations for another fierce Philadelphia playoff series. It would be a rematch of the 1981 playoff battle a year earlier, which went the full 7 games, only to see the Bucks drop a 99-98 game in Philadelphia. Now, Decimated by injuries, yet bolstered by experience, the Bucks knew what the playoff challenge was.
It really is a fun time of the year. You play 82 games, and it's kind of the icing on top of the cake, so to speak. It's the things pick up a whole step. The intensity picks up. Everybody, the fans, are just super overly involved, and it's just a fun time of the year, and especially if you can accomplish your goals of winning, it's just a major accomplishment. So sure, the season is exciting, but every player in the NBA from the first game have their eyes on making the playoffs and hopefully winning the championship. And it's like what you play the whole season for to get there and hopefully get that ring or get that accomplishment done at the end of the year.
Well, I feel more motivation than pressure. I feel motivated now to go out and to perform, because I know that people expect me to perform. So it's not a thing where I feel pressure into trying to force shots to score so many points a ball game or to hold this guy to 10 or 12 points. I feel motivated. I feel that I have to go out and compete and just play up to the best of my abilities. And I found out throughout the years, if you do the best you possibly can as statistics and your defensive performance, those type things will probably take care of themselves.
Game 1 in Philadelphia was exceptional entertainment, just what everyone knew the series would bring. Neither team ever led by more than 7 points, and it was anyone's game throughout. Marcus and Mickey Johnson scored 27 and 28 points respectively, while Julius Erving led the Sixers with 34. At the end, it was Philadelphia 125, the Bucks 122. The second game of the series was not quite as close. The Bucks trailed by 13 points at halftime, but cut the lead to 6 points in the third quarter. From that point on, it was never close. The Bucks lost 120-108. The Bucks' challenge was carved out. They were down 2-0 in the best-of-7 series round. It was back to Milwaukee, and the friendly arena crowd was at playoff pitch for the now crucial third game. Coach Don Nelson slowed down the pace with hopes of gaining control of the game. The strategy worked and the Bucks stayed close. With under 2 minutes remaining, both teams failed at attempts to score until Mo Cheeks hit 2 free throws to put Philly on top at 91-90. That set the stage for a breathtaking finish. With just 5 seconds remaining, Moncrief inbounded the ball to Lanier high on the top, then headed toward the Dauber, took a handoff, and dribbled to within 6 feet of the basket. Floating above several Philly defenders, he banks the ball high off the glass for the winning basket as time expires. Let's take a look at this sweet buzzer basket again. Now trailing 2-1 in the series, the game-winning play pumped new life into the battered Bucks.
I didn't even think about it. I knew how much time we had, and I knew where I was in relation to the basket. And I knew that I had the quickness to get to the bucket before the time expired.
It's never easy, especially when you lose the first two. We played this game really on some strategy. The one tomorrow, because we only have 17 hours and we play again, the one tomorrow we'll have to play on guts.
The Sunday afternoon fourth game found the Bucks a tired but hungry team. It was an even first half, but the Bucks trailed by 7 points, 56-49, thanks mainly to some Caldwell-Jones sharpshooting. A Brian Winters three-point basket pulled Milwaukee to within 4 points, but that was as close as they could get. The Bucks lost 100-93. It was back to Philadelphia for the fifth game. Many had counted the Bucks out, but they weren't ready to listen to that line yet. The playoff road trip to